Why is your AI model lagging? Most developers leave performance on the table by running raw models. Today we are diving into Nvidia TensorRT optimization. We will use YOLOv8 and bridge the gap between research and real-time deployment to make YOLOv8 10 times faster on your local machine. We will use the Nvidia TensorRT, which is a collection of tools for developments in order to run inference for deep learning. It runs very fast, and we are going to run some demo. And first of all, we will learn how to install it. So this will be our installation instructions, and we are going to do it with step by step. And after that we will take a short video, this football video. Now you can see it. This is the outcome. Each of the players is being detected. We will do the full process from the installation, the coding, explanation each of the lines. And if you would like a link for the video file, the football video file, you can send me an email and I will send you a link for that. So let's start with the installation. So let us start with the installation part. In this specific video I will do it more step by step process. So this is the installation instructions. So first of all, you should discover what is your CUDA version, or if you already installed a CUDA in your local machine. So this is the path in your local machine, and if I go to my path, you can see that I have already installed several CUDA versions, and the last one is 12.8. Next, let's go to this link. In this link we can download the TensorRT. This is the NVIDIA website. So let's go to this link. This is the NVIDIA TensorRT, and you have here more explain and they elaborate more about it. And there is another link with the installation guide. Both links will be here in the install.txt file. First of all, we have to download the TensorRT. If we go back to the installation guide, you can see here, this is the link for the download and this is the link for the instructions. So the first bullet, download, click the late version, which is now it's Tensor.8. And if you have a Windows machine, download the zip file according to your CUDA version. Mine, as I mentioned earlier, is 12.x. And after downloading, we should extract the zip file. It will create a new folder with the name that is similar to this one. So let's start with the process. Let's go back, click the download. Now you can see all the available version. I will choose 10, TensorRT 10, agree to the terms. And let's download this one. This is the last version, TensorRT 15.1 GA release. And this is more info. Where is the download link? And here it is, zip packages for Windows. So this is for Linux machine and this is for Windows. And here you can see that this is support a CUDA version between 12.0 to 12.9. Since I have 12.8, so this should be the relevant link for us. And it starts downloading. I will stop the video here and continue after the process will be finished. So I finished downloading the zip file and I have already extracted. So this is the folder, and you can see that the zip file contains this subfolder that contains more subfolder. So next, Next, the process is go to the bin subfolders and copy all the DLL files. So let's mark all the DLL files and let's click copy. And what is our location? If we go back to the instruction file, you can see that after extract the zip file, we have to copy all the DLL file to the lib subfolder in our CUDA folder. And inside it, we have to find the bin subfolder. So let's go back to our CUDA. And this is our CUDA. Inside the last one I have, it's 12.8. And inside we have to go to the bin. And here when we are going to paste all the DLL files that we already copied from the zip file. So let's wait a few more seconds. So we copied everything and now we are ready to continue to step number 5. And now we are going to create a new Conda environment. So let's open I'm using Anaconda. So let's open the Anaconda prompt and let's create a new Conda environment. I will name it TensorRT 312 and it will be based on Python 3.12. Let's activate it. Conda activate and we name it TensorRT 312. Great, so this is our environment and let's clear. The next phase is installing a PyTorch. So in order to do that, we will go to the PyTorch website. And if you go down, this is the last version, the last Python version. I would like to go to previous versions and install 2.9.1. And this is the commands for the installation for each CUDA version. I have CUDA 12.8, so this will be my command for that. I already put it here as well. This is the command for the PyTorch 2.9.1, so we can now run it and install PyTorch. Let's wait a few more seconds and we will continue to the next step. Now let's go back to our zip file, and this is where we left it in the previous step. And let's go to this folder named Python. So please look, I'm in the extracted folder in the TensorRT with the specific version, and now I will dive into the Python version. And here you have a WHL file for all the Python versions. For example, this is for Python 3.8, Python 3.9, Python 3.10, and I'm using Python 3.12. So first of all, let's go inside this folder. So I will copy it and let's run a cd. So let's click dir, and here are the list of the files, and we are going to use this one because it's support Python 3.12. This is 3.10, 3.11, 3.12, 3.13. All the others are not relevant. So let's go back and we are going to copy this command, this one. Let's copy the command and let's paste it here, and instead the file name we will copy this one, edit, copy, and now we will paste it here and let's run it. Okay, successfully installed TensorRT. Let's go back to our instruction file, and we have two remain installation. First one is the YOLOv8 based by the Ultralytics. So let's copy this command. Let's go here, let's paste it and run. It will take a few seconds. And now the last one, and I will explain about it later. Let's also install this Python library. Please notice that we have also to install these two. After the installation part, don't forget to change your VS Code interpreter to our new Conda environment. So you should click Ctrl Shift and P and then select interpreter. And now we are looking for our new Python library. If you cannot you can see it's sorted by the Python version, but basically if you are creating a new one, probably it will be the last. The next time that you will launch the interpreter list, probably it will be sorted, but here it is, TensorRT 312. And now we are ready to start the Python coding. Let's start coding. And first of all, we will create a new and fresh Python file, and it will be step number 1, generate TensorRT model. So basically we are extracting the YOLOv8 into a compiled engine model. So we will start with importing the core libraries. First we bring the Ultralytics YOLO framework to handle the model architecture, and then import Torch to manage the GPU resources and tensor operations. Before we optimize, we need to verify our hardware environment. We print a statement that will confirm if your system is recognized the NVIDIA GPU and tell us exactly which version of PyTorch we are running to ensure compatibility. Now let's load the model. We are using the large version of YOLOv8 here, which provides a great balance of accuracy and speed. At this point, it's still standard PyTorch model file with a PT extension. Next, this is the most critical step. We call the export function and set the format to an engine file. Behind the scene, the model is being converted to an ONNX intermediate and then compiled into a hardware-aware TensorRT engine specifically for a GPU. We choose the device, and now we are ready to run it. Now let's run the code and see the result. Here's our PyTorch version, and of course we have a CUDA available, and you can see that it start using the YOLOv8L large, and now it start the export. I believe it will take 1 or 2 minutes, so I will stop recording now, and we will come back after it will generate this ONNX file. So we finish, and you can see that it was generated here. Here are the files. Here's the YOLO8 large.pt that was downloaded, and here is the generated ONNX file and the engine. Now let's continue to step number 2. Once again, we are creating a new Python file. This will be step number 2. And here, after importing the YOLO again, we initialize the model by pointing directly to the .engine file, the one that we extracted in step number 1. And here we are specifying the task as detect. We ensure the TensorRT runtime is correctly configured by optimized object detection architecture we just built. And after that, for the demonstration, we are using a football match video. And this is a nice test case because it's involved fast moving objects in multiply detections per frame where TensorRT speed really shines. If you would like a link for the football video file, please send me an email and I will send you a link with this video file for getting the same results. Finally, we run the prediction on our video file. By setting a save equal true, the model will process the footage using the hardware accelerated kernels and save the annotated result, showing you the massive leap in the frame per second. So this is the command, the predict function. We are sending the first argument is the video file, the path to the video file, and save true will save the result in my current directory, and I believe that now we are ready to run it. Let's run the code. Before that, I can see I have a syntax error. It should be engine. Great, let's save it and let's run the code. And let's see the outcome. First of all, we are loading the TensorRT engine. And now it starts to generate all the frames. You can see here it's generating all the frames and the detection. The most important thing is to see the outcome of the detection speed. You can see that it's about 20 milliseconds for detecting each of the frames. So let's stop now recording and we will see the result. Now let's run the output file. So each of the objects get a label and it was predicted very well. You can see all the football players as a person, and also once in a while you can see also a prediction of the ball. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you very much. More tutorials will be uploaded soon.